and I currently host Light FM's Smooth Drive. Sounds cooler that way. Well, once I finished school, I always had a dream of being a newsreader, but sadly that hasn't happened yet. You know, it's the idea that you can sit under a desk but not wear any trousers. I thought that was quite cool. But now I just don't wear trousers when I'm just going on air, so now I'm a radio announcer. And I joined because I just kind of applied for a job. That's really it. In my free time, I like to watch TV quite a bit. I used to enjoy running quite a lot. I used to like to run marathons, but I put on a bit since then, so I think maybe time to start running again. But otherwise, those are my two main hobbies. My favorite movie is actually Back to the Future, especially Part 2. I always loved Doc Brown, the big hair, and I like it when he says that line, "Marty, where we're going, we don't need roads," and they start flying off straight into the screen. Thought that was so cool. Bruce Springsteen. I think he is probably the greatest musician of all time. And there's something really inspiring and like grandeur about his songs. I mean, I do sometimes spend like an hour somewhere listening to one of his songs on a loop. It's quite sad. How handsome I am. No, the last thing I think about usually before going to bed is well, I think that was it, nothing. Quite torn. Sometimes I like the 70s. I'm quite torn because I like Motown, but I think I see myself loving the 80s a lot more. And it was a time of all the, you know, the big power ballads and all the synth pop songs that came out. A lot of the good, you know, acts from the UK are some of my favorites too. Stuff like Simple Minds started coming out. Big Country, Tears for Fears. So I say the 80s. I mean, that's why I think the music was really, really cool. Well, I wouldn't say this is a favorite childhood memory, but I think it's more of a memory that always sticks in my mind. I pretended to be a rhino, and I was chasing my sister around the apartment we're staying in, and she closed the door on me, and I banged my head onto the doorknob. That was actually last week. Not joking. No. Yeah, but I don't know, I thought that was quite amusing, and I mean, like, it hurt a lot then. I remember crying and my mum cuddling me and she putting a plaster on my head, but I always found that really amusing. I mean, looking back on it now. I'm actually a woman. I was born on Friday the 13th. That's bad, isn't it?